All right, we just went live.
We did.
We're live.
I was vaping.
That's okay. People won't judge you.
So I guess I have half of a bottle of Syndicate City Sour Peach joint in front of me.
Is that all that remains?
This is what remains.
Yeah.
And somebody's gonna have to drink it.
Ain't gonna drink itself.
Who should it be? Do we need to make a game of this?
No, it doesn't have to be a game.
Okay.
He's just gonna take one for the team.
It's better than
Take several for the team.
Yep.
Maybe just the room temperature for a week
Tastes like
made it taste better.
Aged.
Was
Yeah.
it cold before?
No,
it was cold.
well,
No, it was cold.
yeah.
It was cold. It was refrigerated.
Mm.
This has got it has that feeling of Jolly Rancher. Are there peach Jolly Ranchers?
I'm sure
there
there
have
is.
been
Yes.
like limited edition
Somewhere there
peach
has
Jolly
been.
Ranchers.
They taste fuzzy.
This smells
Yeah.
peachy.
Taste fuzzy.
Yeah.
I don't like anything that tastes fuzzy.
Don't smell that, Dave. It smells too good.
No.
Smells grapey.
It smells too good, Dave.
Yeah, we have the grape and the blue.
Grape, blue, peach.
Blue.
What is
Yeah, just blue. Just,
What is blue?
Blue's raspberry.
Blue
Yeah.
is raspberry.
What is this? Is this
because
hobo liquor?
Brian
Yeah.
Brian likes blue drinks.
Yep.
That's why I got the blue.
Oh,
What
my
was it?
wife likes blue drinks.
Oh, the other one was the obviously the apple.
Yeah,
the sour
that's-
apple.
I don't love blue drinks.
That's just hobo liquor.
I like pink drinks.
Pink drinks.
Pink drinks.
Pink lemonade.
Yeah.
Was that your name in middle school? Pink drink.
No, I was probably only fourth grade.
Was it fourth grade middle school?
No.
Is it not? I
No.
don't know how these things
My
work.
middle school was 7th and 8th grade only.
Oh, okay.
That kind of goes with your cotton candy juggalo name.
Kinda, yeah.
Pink.
Delving a little bit into my past here.
Oh, this is raspberry.
Yeah, blue.
Blue. Blue raspberry.
There's a little bit in there, Dave. If you want
Get you some.
Oh,
sip.
God, it smells like ass.
Asbury.
Glug, 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 glug.
What's this?
that was the remains of the
Apple.
green apple.
Nope.
Nope.
Don't like that one either.
It was a quick
Nope.
no.
You know, one thing better than taste testing random like sugary malt liquors is smelling empty bottles.
Yeah.
I'm
Sugary
reminded
malt
of why I
liquors.
just, even when I did drink, wouldn't drink those.
Yeah.
The empty bottles.
Well, yeah.
There's
I
nothing
guess.
in them. It tastes awful.
It smells great, but it tastes like shit.
Like that scene in Constantine where
Oh,
that
yeah.
guy's guzzling all the
Wine and stuff.
Yeah, it was
And
awesome.
then, yep. It's great.
Cheers.
Cheers, Johnny
Cheers.
Bootlegger.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Bonnie Jute Lake.
Welcome to Verbal Assault. My name is Nathan Eckel. Just reliving my glory days in middle school, 7th and 8th grade. I was so popular then. Very popular. It was the last time I was popular. Dave 70.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm all right.
He's all right.
Well rested back from vacation.
Yeah, how was your vacation,
It
man?
was
went to-
awesome.
it was like your first like non-kid having vacation. You know,
Oh,
didn't take the kids.
congratulations.
Oh, yeah. It's been like 10 years since we've had a vacation to begin with, and 12 since we've had one without kids. So it was sweet, man.
Been counting
good.
down
No
those days, huh?
itinerary, nothing. It was hell, man. We were leaving on Tuesday. He didn't even have the damn place rented until Saturday because we just didn't know if Rochelle would be able to get off or not. But it was awesome. I had a great time. I did absolutely nothing.
Did she, Dave?
I gained about 5-10 pounds.
Where did
Wow.
you go? I see. Like last week, I think it was a surprise to me that you were even going to be gone.
It was a surprise to everybody.
Okay.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
It
You-
could,
you went
oh,
to
because
some
Bekah
islands.
was okay. All right, yeah, St. Simon Island,
Saint Simon.
St. Simon's.
Can you?
Island?
What is he a saint
What is,
of?
yeah. What is this saint?
It's the patron saint of bamboo and sugarcane.
You're fucking lying.
Yes, he's lying.
I'm in. What did he do? Did he save them on this island?
No, he saved an orphanage full of children that was surrounded by the cane fields that was on fire.
he turned a sugar cane into a flute and played it. And all the children
Like the Green Ranger.
I don't
So-
think that's funny. Serious.
Patron saint of post-grown children island sex. Animal.
He started it all.
Just
Empty house.
I'm trying to
you know.
historically enrich your minds with information. And,
I feel enriched.
I mean, I'm just.
We'll do that later
All right.
with the questions game.
Can
Oh,
you
okay.
point to one thing you actually did that you enjoyed? I know you probably you didn't do a lot of things, but is there something you did that you can speak to?
Publicly on the internet.
I didn't. I liked everything. I mean, it was so relaxing to just do nothing. One of the funniest things we did was we wanted to. There's this place called the Bloody Marsh Battle, and it wasn't even Americans. It was British and Spanish,
I have a feeling the saint had something to do with that.
and it was really near where we were staying.
Yeah.
And we said, we'll go to this historical site. Say we did something on our trip.
Mhm.
I'm not kidding. You pull, and it's not a nice plaque out there, right at your entrance, and you pull in, and it's like a parking lot, like a little cul-de-sac. And it looks out on a marsh, and there's a plaque, and we pull in.
Just a cul-de-sac and a plaque.
They got cul-de-sacs out there?
Yeah,
Oh,
and
man.
we pull in.
Oh.
Michelle goes, "This is it," and I went, "Surely not." And I look around, and nope, there's just nothing there. And I went, "You think we need to get out for that? And read that sign?" And she goes, "I'm pretty sure we can Google that." And I went right around and just pulled right back out.
Great. That's exactly what my story I was.
Yeah, it was such an inspiring vacation story.
Yeah, a lot of places you go, you can just Google it.
Yeah.
And then
We
go
didn't
there.
even get out of
Yeah.
the car. It was a beautiful night, but we still didn't get out of the car.
Oh, you would have gone to Carlsbad Caverns? Nah, we could just Google pictures of it.
Space Coast Steve.
Yo,
You take pictures.
I do.
You can even get your pictures on boxer shorts.
You really?
Oh man,
Can
I'm
you?
just guessing.
Oh.
guessing.
he looked so surprised.
Oh,
You
oh,
should.
not through spacecoaststeve.com. I've looked. There's no boxers on there.
You need to branch out.
Shit.
Yeah, you're right. I probably need to pick a different printing company. Maybe I'll get more options that way.
You can
Yeah.
do shirts and underwear and bras and tank tops.
Condom.
So,
Orders.
Yeah.
hey, because I have this really quick story, I'm going to take the introduction part and just read it to you. It's like, a few sentences. Officers, this took place in Texas. Officers with the Lakeview Police Department arrested a man after he left an El Lago restaurant without paying his tab. According to a police report, an employee at Gabacho's Mexican restaurant at the 4400 block of NASA Parkway called, this has nothing to do with NASA, but it's on this road. When officers responded, they learned that the man was seen walking toward a vacant building on the other side of the road after leaving the restaurant. Police checked the area and found an open door in the back of the building. An officer went inside and called out, "Marco." The man's name was not Marco. Okay, said Detective Tim Dorr. Instead, the officer was trying to inject some humor into the situation.
Oh,
Police found the subject after he responded, "Polo."
oh
He
my
did.
god.
He did.
What a dummy.
What a doofus.
It's like that guy that got caught by the cops. He was being chased by the cops and he stopped to like pet a cat.
Yeah. Cute little kitty. I just can't run by a little kitty. Just cute little kitty just sitting there, just wants to be petted.
Lord, criminal.
Yeah.
Patrick Everett.
What? Yeah.
What's going on?
Are you nervous?
No, I'm not
Got
nervous.
your Goku shirt
Yeah,
on.
I feel safe in my Goku shirt.
Yeah.
You should
Yeah.
make that into a rap. Just saying.
Feeling safe. I think it's already been done,
Feeling
actually.
safe in my Goku shirt.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I'm
Dave's
pretty
beard
sure
has
it
been done
is.
before too,
Yeah.
but I didn't stop you.
From totally ripping off the original.
Right.
Mine is the original. But no, I'm great.
Great.
They finally got the dead raccoon or squirrel out of the ceiling
Oh, that's good.
today.
That's good.
That's nice.
All
How's
right.
it smelling in there?
Dead rat smell anymore.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Gotta love decaying rodent.
Mm-hmm. It's nice. Took them 3 days,
Mm.
but yeah, that's my story.
Should be good and bloated by the time they got that shit down.
Oh, it's done been bloated and flattened out again.
Heat and everything. Fuck that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
That's it.
Bekah Penland, you've been gone a couple weeks.
Yeah, boy, I've got so
You've
much
been
to tell you guys.
places. You said you had funny stories.
Yeah. Well, okay. So here's the thing. I went to the gas station the other day, as I do most of the days, to get some drinks before work.
But not gas.
Sometimes gas if I need it, but not
Okay,
every
gotcha.
day.
Gotcha.
All right. So I walk in, and in this particular gas station that I go to, you walk in and you take a left and then go straight back, and that's where the cooler is with my particular brand of energy drink. So I walk in, and I take that left, and I see there are two men standing in like business suits in front of this monster cooler. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna go get a water, so I'll go do that first, and then maybe
Was it just a really big cooler?
No, it was a regular size gas station drink cooler.
You said it was a monster cooler.
Oh.
I'm proud of you. Learn from Dave.
Okay. So I take the detour to get my water first, and I go back over hoping that they had done what they needed to do and they were gone. They weren't. There were still two men standing in business suits in front of this monster cooler. And I watched this other guy walk up to get a monster, and the two guys like step off to the side. He gets his drink, and then they step back in front.
What the?
So I'm like, okay, it's now or never. And I run up and I'm like, are you guys guarding the energy drinks? And the guy goes, something like that. And then
What?
they moved, and I got my drink, and then they thanked me, and I left.
They thanked you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
They had to be like monster representatives or something, right?
That's
you for
the only
purchasing-
explanation.
Purchasing
We're-
monster.
Like those weird internet people in Walmart.
Or like the Old Spice guy that goes around in a limo to different places and like gets out of the limo and has the deodorant on a platter and lets you like.
I saw that limo
Yeah.
driving around
They
town.
do that. That's weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
Okay, so I know you guys have all been wondering where I've been the last 2 weeks, and I finally feel confident enough to tell you.
Oh, I thought you were just waiting on the guys to move out of the way of the monster cooler.
You were that lady on the corner in the burlap sack.
Did you just assume my gender?
Oh
Because
shit.
here's where I've
Dave.
been the last 2 weeks. I finally went and did it. I got the reassignment surgery, and I am now 100% USDA fresh, never frozen pizza.
What?
Fresh, never frozen pizza.
I have identified as pizza for a long time. This is it.
This is going to be on your license?
Yeah.
So,
Man.
so as a race, is that?
Pizza.
Do you put the type of cheese?
Yeah, what kind of cheese, toppings?
Are you a pepperoni or are you a vegetarian?
Listen, this is really new for me,
Oh,
and I really
still working through it.
Yeah.
Trying to find yourself.
Do you come with garlic butter?
Yeah.
You like stuffed crust?
She's still working through this stuff. Not all the answers have come clear.
Well, clearly she doesn't know much about the choice she's made because she doesn't know enough of this like peripheral knowledge of the pizza to be able to refine what kind of pizza you know what?
You know who you are? Completely.
Damn.
Hold on. Are you hot and ready?
Are you
I wanna
seriously comparing me to Little Caesars?
Oh man!
You know I love Little Caesars.
Yeah, don't shit on the Little Caesars, man. Sometimes they make a good pizza.
Don't fuck with Little Caesars.
No.
They got
'Cause
that
they're-
jalapeno ranch.
It never ends well for.
So what do we
somebody that
call
fucks with
you?
Little Caesars.
What do we refer to you as
Pizza self.
Pizza.
Pizza
now?
self.
So
Pie self.
I thought you were
King.
like pizza kin.
Piekin.
Pizzakin.
I like piekin.
Piekin.
Mm.
All right, that works. I'll be
Piekin.
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 Okay.
I like that.
So, Nathan, welcome. How are
Thanks.
you?
Are you
Oh yeah, hey Nathan. Hey Nathan, how are you?
about me as much as Jerry does? Is that what you're doing?
Jerry cares so much.
All right. Anyway, so Steve-O,
You didn't even let me answer the goddamn question. The fuck?
You mocked me. You called me Jerry.
You copied Jerry. You just did Jerry's.
Redacted.
I've always wanted to do that. I just always forgot.
That's Jerry's bit. Jerry's the one that asks people how
Jerry's
they're doing.
the one that cares about me.
Yeah.
He's
Jerry Carey.
Jerry.
I have this thing. So you guys should check out this Netflix show. And I've talked to Brian about it extensively, and I feel like he's pretty skeptical. But there's a show called Samurai Gourmet. I told Bekah about it, and we tried to watch it, and every time she was like, I don't think so. It's a Japanese show on Netflix. It's about a guy that retires. He was a businessman. He retires, and then he has nothing to do every day. He has nothing to do, and he decides that he's just gonna walk around, and then he's gonna go eat at restaurants by himself. So
That's the show.
That's the show.
Okay.
So he goes in and he finds a different restaurant and he sits down and he has this and they go to real restaurants and they show the chefs cooking it, but he sits down and eats it and he has a beer in the afternoon or whatever. But there's a plot. So there's this whole thing where he has sort of a samurai alter ego that he imagines, he gets in these situations. Somebody's rude in the restaurant or whatever, and he's like, what would the samurai do right now? Oh, Steve, I'll pull it up.
Yeah.
Can you play it? Watch this guy's face. Watch how happy he is.
Oh, wait. I don't know. What am I pulling up? These are just
Oh,
pictures.
I thought that was a video.
No. These are just
Anyway,
pictures.
well, you can watch it. You can see his face there. When you watch him drink a beer, and then when he's done, he has the happiest face you can imagine.
That's probably a bad idea.
You can't imagine how happy and satisfied somebody can be.
I'm kind of afraid of pulling anything up because it's going to be blasting.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
No, yeah, they can
It's
look
okay.
it up
People
for
can
themselves.
imagine. They can pull it up on Netflix, but that's what I was at before here. I was at Smoky Mountain Brewery eating a steak and just drinking a beer by myself.
Oh,
No,
just like the Samurai Gourmet.
sit down, enjoy. Yeah, watch Samurai Gourmet. If you just want a feel good kind of show, where a guy is just like, I'm gonna say fuck it, I'm gonna go eat lunch by myself, and I'm gonna drink a beer by myself.
I like bean sprouts and stew by myself.
Bean sprouts and stew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a solitary meal for me.
That's alfalfa
nobody-
sprouts?
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. I know that those foods only, vegan losers eat that stuff. So,
so you don't want people to know, like, to watch you doing it?
I don't know. I'm just making this shit up as I go, bro.
So you don't eat bean sprouts? Or you
What is this? The Spanish Inquisition? Do we have other stuff to talk about?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do we? That's my question. Do we?
I started binge watching a TV show recently, a little show you might recognize, Steve-O, about a man named Jerry Seinfeld.
Oh, yeah.
And I have realized in the past, I don't know, week or two I've been watching it, that literally 85% of your vocabulary is straight from Seinfeld. Like,
Yeah. And I don't even realize it a lot of times. Like, I'll be watching the show and be, oh, that's right. That's
Right.
Yeah.
you quote it so much, and I hear it now. And so does Brian. Brian
Right.
quotes a lot too. And I hear all these things. And I'm like, oh, that's the thing that they say all the time.
Oh, right. Okay. Do you remember that line?
Steve-O's jacket, or is it a jacket or a shirt you have of Vandalay Industries?
Oh, yeah. It's a hoodie. Yeah.
Oh, the Art
Yeah.
Vandalay guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Say Vandalay! Say Vandalay!
That guy showed up early when Jerry was like stalking that girl at her office.
Oh
and
yeah, it's Vandalay Industries. It was George's imaginary business. He put on his resume to say that he knew something about something.
The thing that sticks in my head is when they went to, remember the belly people?
Is it the belly button?
Oh, yeah.
Hello!
Yeah,
La
that's
la la.
We were at Disney at a corporate event, and me and several other, well, I guess they were employees. We all got drunk, and we were on the tour bus coming back just doing that. That was one of the many things, aside from pole dancing in there.
Oh,
But yeah, that was the trip that we were supposed to be last off, and we were first off. They didn't want us on the bus anymore.
Bummer.
Yeah, I thought it was funny. I thought it was fucking
now
hysterical.
did you do the pole dancing? Did you do some of the pole dancing?
Of course he did.
I think so.
Yeah, nice.
It was not a proud moment for my wife.
But it was a proud moment for you.
Yeah. Yeah. And Lil B was there.
Oh, yeah? Watching you pole dance.
No, he was pole dancing. He's the one that started the pole dancing.
Of course.
And
he
actually,
was.
when the bus stopped, he got out, and it was the first time I'd ever seen someone that I knew within feet of me actually face plant. I thought he lost teeth. He came down straight off that bus, and he just went, boom, horizontal as hell, man. Bam. He got back up, rubbed his nose a lot. I guess he didn't hit his face, but it was funny.
Lucky man.
Yeah, a little bit.
We 2 weeks ago, when we left, we had all been very proud of
3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago. Yeah,
That's right.
we were all like talking about how we're geniuses, you know, and the different topics that we're experts in, and we've had plenty of time to come up with those questions for each other. Am I right?
Oh, yes. I am so ready. And I got ready today, but I got really ready.
Okay.
Yeah, I had some ideas ahead of time. I refined them today.
Yeah, that's kind of what I had.
Really quick, sitting on the couch here.
You said you were doing them yesterday.
I got sidetracked. Yeah,
Okay. No worries.
they're still done.
So what are we experts in again?
Patrick is
Call.
cell phones.
Call phones.
Call
That's
phones.
right.
Yeah, call phones.
I can't believe nobody said anything to me about that.
I didn't notice until today, and I meant to. But
I didn't either. Do we all write our questions today? Is that,
yeah. I knew, I had thought of it, and I think I'd memorized what everybody's thing was, and I'd thought about it, but I hadn't actually gone back to look at the list until today.
Yep.
Yeah, so Patrick was call phones. Bekah was lost. Nathan,
television show.
yeah, the toe show.
We're lost.
I don't know.
Lost.
Nathan was amphibians and reptiles. And Dave he couldn't decide what he was.
Random.
He said
random
everything.
question.
Whatever we want.
Yeah.
He's
Everything. Yeah.
He said,
He said,
literally
he said
everything.
pretty much anything you can, anything your feeble minds can come up with is going to be good enough for me.
So are we going to go around and ask each person one question, go around, or are we going to ask each person every question from each person? You know what I'm saying?
That's a good question.
Ask the game master.
I think yeah, let's ask the game master.
What
Okay.
are we doing it?
I want to be last. Whatever. I want to ask my questions last. So how are we going to do it?
Okay, I think that we should do it by the question asker asks all 5 of their questions.
Okay.
In one go.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay.
So does that work for you guys?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Becca, ask your questions.
Oh, me first?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
Since we do things or I guess clockwise.
Yeah.
All right, Patrick.
Yeah.
Call phones.
What about him?
Are you ready for this?
I feel kind of nervous right now.
Okay. In the 1950s, a portable mobile phone named the LK1 was developed.
Mhm.
Who was the engineer who created this radio phone?
I remember learning about that, but I could give two shits about that guy. Yeah, I had to sit through a course
about
in
that
my
in
training.
call phone
They
course.
were like, when was the first cell phone done? It was like in the 50s.
Oh,
I
wow.
just don't remember the name of the
Did
dude.
anybody call them cell phones back then?
They were called radio phones.
They just
Call
called radio
phones.
phones.
They're called call phones.
It was
Call
Dr.
phones.
Call Phone.
All right, here's the deal. As
Yeah.
the game master, I'm feeling real generous. If I don't repeat the question, I will give you multiple choice answers.
So you're saying
I'm not going to say the question again, but I'll give
Okay.
you multiple choice answers.
Okay.
But that's the
He'll
deal
take
that you
that
have to
deal.
make
Yeah, I'll
with the
take
devil.
it. Yeah.
I can't even exactly remember what the final question was.
It was who
invented the
created
first
this
call phone?
1950s.
Oh, who? Okay, who?
Yeah.
All right, so we have here are your
Alexander Graham call phone.
Yep.
we have Dave 70, just kidding. Philip Porter, Douglas
Sounds
Ring.
too fat and lazy.
What?
Did you hear the next
Yeah.
one? Okay, I'm starting. Philip Porter,
Uh-huh.
Douglas Ring, Leonid Kupriyanovich,
Huh.
or William Ray Young.
Fill in the last two there.
Popeye.
Leonid Kupriyanovich is not a name she could make up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was what stood out to me.
It does stand out.
She couldn't create that.
It's Stopovich.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with that C.
Okay,
But
well,
I-
you're right.
yeah.
And
And here's why.
I want to tell you, his initials are LK, and the phone was called LK1. That's why I was not going to reread the question.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay. Well, I should have rehearsed that name at least once before I said it out loud too.
Mhm.
So it didn't sound like it was clear to anyone because I couldn't pronounce it. All right. Dave, since you said that you're an
hey, you
expert in
jumping to
everything.
Dave.
I'm dropping a Dave. That was the next one in my notebook.
Okay.
You are an expert in everything, self-proclaimed. So I went with a category that I have thought highly of you in the area of expertise.
Oh
Of
no.
whatever. Okay, so it's about World War II because I just think that you know it all. What was the name of the German Air Force in World War II?
Ah,
Ooh, man.
Ooh.
I mean, really?
It seems that seems like something of. I mean, I don't know, but it seems like something a World War II buff might know.
The Luftwaffe.
Oh, you're good. Here's
Yeah.
bonus.
Oh wow!
Got a bonus one.
When was it founded? What year?
Oh, that's a pretty good one. I don't know that I can come up with that, but
proud of
it
you.
goes
just like
all
pulls
the.
up his shirt, and there's a tattoo of it.
Oh, it's this year, right here.
Underneath his nipple.
Yep.
But I think it was. I want to say it. It might go all the way back to World War One.
So the year then?
Oh gosh, I want to say. I'm guessing 1914.
You're a little early there. It was 1935.
Oh, okay.
But I'm so happy you knew the answer.
Okay. All right.
So what was it? Zuffelwaffle?
The Luftwaffe.
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 Oh, Luftwaffe.
I would have said Luftwaffe. So it's a good thing that you
Luftwaffe.
guys said it first.
Laugh waffle.
The Lufa waffle.
Lufa waffle.
Okay. All right, Nathan.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought Nathan was going last.
He's
No, I
asking
wanna
you
ask my
questions.
Oh, okay.
I need you to stay with
I
the
don't
program.
care
trying.
what order
I'm trying.
everybody else
We need
is.
you here with us this whole time.
All right. You need to be
I'm sorry.
present.
I'm trying to be.
Ask.
Oh, okay. What is the only lungless frog species that has been discovered?
Lungless frog species.
Mm.
Yellow belly lungless frog species.
Are we asking
You can't even
for
breathe there.
the like scientific?
You can give either.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't have to give the Latin, I don't think.
You can give it if you want. Stop trying to help him.
Come on. I think
This you know, Dave?
They're whispering to each other. This is
The Kermit.
The Jordan B. Peterson.
Frog. The Jordan B. Peterson frog.
The JBP.
Did you see that? Hold on. Brief interlude. Did you see that interview with Jim Jeffries and Jordan Peterson? Jim Jeffries, the comedian from Australia.
No.
I like Jim Jeffries. I know that.
Yeah,
He's kind of a
it's
hack
hard.
now.
It's hard to watch because I like both of them.
Well, they edit the fuck out of that. I did see. Just a sidebar. Jim Jeffries did do an interview with this guy, Diversity in Comics, who I've talked about.
Oh yeah.
And they edited it so bad. It was like they would basically cut together every single answer he did, and they would cut it in different places. So it was like they would ask him, they would like pull up pictures of like, here's Black Superman. Do you like Black Superman? And he's like, I don't know. They were like asking him like, what's the most diverse what's the most interesting diverse Superman? And so they had one that was kind of brownish Black Superman. He was like, well, basically what he said after I was like, well, that's like Afro-Cuban Superman, so that's probably the more diverse Superman, so I'm going to pick that Superman. So what they did was they were like, which one do you like more? And so they showed the lighter skinned one. He was like, yeah, I like that one.
God.
So they completely chopped up the interview
Wow.
as most, as best they could to make him look racist. So you can't trust anything that those people do. They try to chop it together to get the most laughs with whatever their agenda is. But lungless frog, I don't. As far as lungless frog goes, there's a frog that it's like got all the holes in its back where the little frogs live in its back.
Oh,
Ooh.
Maybe that one. I don't know what the fuck it's called.
is that a frog or a toad?
No, it's a frog.
Okay.
That would be a frog. I would say that, but I don't know what it's called.
So I've stumped you.
Yeah, I guess you have. Yeah.
It's the Bornean flat-headed frog.
Yeah, it's probably that one. Does that one have babies in his back?
I don't know.
Look at him see.
All I know about it is it's lungless. Steve, are you
Steve-O's-
fact checking?
Steve-O's-
I'm trying. Wait,
Wait.
Bornean what?
Bornean what?
Flat-headed frog.
Bornean flat-headed frog. Here we go. Wikipedia. That's not a picture. Images. Here we go. And I will show you guys.
I want to see it.
Is it? Wait. Okay. So here's the first one.
See that? I can't.
That looks pretty flat-headed.
Serious looking.
It's pulling up a bunch of frogs that like look different, so I'm not sure which. Oh, okay. Well, this one actually says Bornean flat-headed frog.
Thanks, Google.
Let's see if it. Oh, here we go. Here's a bigger
That's
picture.
That's not the one.
That's it.
Oh, I stumped one
He's
of you.
kind of cute though. Looks like Pepe.
Well, there you go. That's him.
Stumped. I was the only one that was stumped. I'm not happy.
On Wikipedia, it doesn't
So
say
far.
anything about how they're born or whatever.
Or how
Are you
they're
saying-
babies.
Well, this one doesn't have the holes. I know the one he's talking about. It's got the
Yeah.
holes where the eggs live.
Okay,
He's looking into
so
your soul.
this is the final question of round one, and
Question
it's
for Steve-O.
for Steve-O.
Okay.
Okay, this might be dumb. This might be really dumb.
Hey, we need.
Can they go there?
How do what work in space?
Airplanes.
Okay. That's what
When will Halley's Comet be visible from Earth again?
Whoa.
Tick-tock.
it is 2040 something.
Is that your answer?
Or-
2040 something?
No, 2050 something. Yeah, 2054. I don't know.
It's 2061.
That's what I said. You know.
That's a good close
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's like 72 years or something, 75 years, and the last time was sometime in the early 80s
I know I
or.
was gonna be old as shit when it came back because I saw it when I was young.
You will be.
I
Yeah.
saw it when it came.
Yeah, when was it? When was the last time it came by? It was in the 70s or it was the 80s?
Late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah.
I just saw it today, but I forgot.
I remember there were like 2 or 3 movies out at that time too that came out during that time that were all about comets.
Shinedown sang a song about it.
Oh.
Oh, well.
Yeah. Haley, comet rolling. Hey, did you know that at the time there actually was a proposed mission for NASA to go and visit, not with humans, but to do like the type of probe that they sent out to Chelyabinsk Gerasimenko, the Rosetta spacecraft that was last year, I don't know, a couple years ago. Do you guys remember the Rosetta spacecraft, the one that went to a comet?
I'm going to say no.
I just thought I couldn't tell if you were speaking English there for a second.
Well,
Yeah.
no, the name of the comet that it went to is called.
Guy bet the cell phone.
It's called. Yeah, it's called the name of the comet is Churyumov Gerasimenko. They call it Chirigiri for
Chirigiri.
Chirigiri. But anyway, a few years ago, the Europeans sent a probe to that comet. Anyway, back when Halley's Comet was nearby, they wanted to send a probe to Halley's Comet, but it got canceled. The mission got canceled.
Oh, did we get a video from that comet or something like that? I remember
Yeah,
seeing
there's
like
lots
some little video.
There's lots of
of
pictures. Actually, I
something
pulled up
riding,
one.
like,
Check 1 2.
Okay, there you are.
I actually had one like a couple months ago. It was a clip that they had from where the one little probe was going down to land, and they had like a little animation somebody had put together from the
Oh
shots
yeah,
they took.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
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 All right.
Well, round one, I stumped two
and
of you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't think I get any credit. Oh wait, no,
No, you
you. Oh, that's
No,
right. No,
yeah,
I was
she's- yeah,
thinking.
you
Yeah,
don't.
that's right. I'm
Okay.
one of the two.
Here, I stumped two people. Who's
Calculate.
next? Patrick?
Yep. All right. I'm gonna start off with Steve-O.
All right.
What is the coldest place in the universe? Would you like a hint?
Wow. Jump right there. To it.
Short woman's heart.
Yeah, give me a hint. Sure. I mean,
It's a nebula.
oh, okay. So we actually have a specific place. I was gonna say just somewhere far from any galaxies.
Crab Nebula.
It's the North.
Crab
It's the
Nebula.
North
Could be
Pole.
the Horsehead Nebula.
Nebula.
The Crab Nebula is a good one. There's the Orion Nebula.
Frozen.
Let's go Horsehead.
Horsehead?
You are wrong.
Oh.
No, that's like nearby.
It's the Boomerang Nebula.
The Boomerang Nebula, and it's the coldest. Okay, did you read into it? Like, do you have an explanation for how?
It is 1 degree Kelvin, which is negative 458 degrees Fahrenheit.
Which Kelvin, 0 Kelvin. If anyone's not sure what that means, 0 is when matter, all atoms cease to move.
Mhm.
So like,
it's,
there's
like,
really nothing.
possible.
Yeah, there's really nothing that
But
is
it's
0.
not. It's never actually been seen.
It's
Right.
located in the Centaurus constellation and is colder than the background temperature of deep space.
That is really weird. So there must be just nothing going on in there, and then it's got a cloud, the nebulous cloud around it, so that there's no heat can penetrate. And
Yeah.
that's really cool.
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
Can't penetrate.
Can't
Can't
penetrate.
penetrate.
Cold.
All right, Nathan.
Yeah.
Have
What-
at it.
Kind of snake can reproduce without having sex?
It's a sea snake. Some kind of sea snake. That's my that's my
A
answer.
sea snake.
Yeah, sea snake.
Oh,
Some
that's
kind
it?
of
Oh,
sea
okay.
snake.
Some kind of sea snake.
Now, is that
there's
like- wait.
4 boa constrictors that can do that?
Shit.
4 total
Yeah.
in the world.
Like, well,
Is it like completely like they don't need the opposite sex to be involved at all, or you're just like they just don't have sex?
Sexual.
it's a asexual. It's called like parthenogenesis.
Wow.
Mhm.
Yeah, and it just moves that chromosome into the egg or something like that,
Moves it on in there.
or not
Yeah.
an egg, but
Just moves
yeah.
it in.
It
Just
just
moves
moves
in.
it in.
I
and
don't
they're
feel like
born.
much of an expert.
So does that mean that like all of that species of snake, their DNA is almost all identical? Like they're all identical twins?
Like, yeah, from that mother, they're gonna look identical to the mother.
And they really do.
Yeah.
Wow.
Huh.
I learned a lot of stuff today.
That's really cool.
Dave,
Mm.
I'll do the trivia first, and I got 2 other questions.
What? Yeah, Dave
Wow.
got 3
You got a trivia, then 2 questions.
All right. All right.
Okay. The trivia is: who is the oldest person elected to the office of the President of the United States?
Oh my goodness. Old. Wow.
Hmm.
Does he have to say their age or just who was the
Just
oldest?
who's the oldest that was elected president?
Well, now technically be George Washington. Going by how long since they've been elected. How
No,
old
the oldest
would they be?
person elected to president.
I'm gonna just take a stab in the dark and say Ronald Reagan.
It's Donald Trump.
I was gonna say
Oh!
It was Reagan, though,
Yeah.
right?
it was Reagan, but then it
Well,
was Trump.
Good.
yeah. What I looked up, it said it was Trump.
You stuck
Yeah, good.
because that was what I was thinking. Was
Good.
Reagan?
Yeah, because when I found these other 2 questions, I just did random questions. I didn't do a trivia, but I feel like I need to ask you though.
Okay, sure.
What's your going to bed routine?
Oh, Dave definitely has this going to bed routine.
I do have a
down.
very
He's got it down.
strict
Of
going to
course he
bed
does.
routine.
Yeah,
I mean, what do you?
Yeah, what is that supposed to mean?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, but come on, Dave. Of course you do.
Yeah. Well,
I just know he does because he's talked about how he has these crazy routines. And shit.
Everything. Is
How he
routine.
sits down and like counts his blessings and shit, and then he's thankful for.
That's when you get up.
he
man.
kneels on the side of the bed and prays.
No, that's not how it works. just something you do while you walk through the house.
Slow butt flap on your pajamas has fallen down.
Jump over a candlestick.
My going to bed routine is
He's got the little candle on the little holder. Walking.
Yeah. But
He's got his hand is in the front.
Yeah.
Just
And
wax
it
and
is-
shits.
Yeah.
Just
well, the
everywhere.
problem is I have two. I have when Rochelle is home and when she's not at home. I have two
Okay.
routines.
Understandable. Okay, I'm taking notes. Okay.
I get up and usually she's got some stuff set on my side of the bed.
Something
Oh
something
God.
gets thrown at
So
you.
I'll get up and I'll start picking the stuff up and I'll go, "Where do you want this stuff?" or something like that. And she goes, "I'll get it," and I'll say, "It's getting to be that time, and so we'll do it." And then I go pee, and then I go and I lock the door, and then I go and make sure that only the certain light is on in the house.
Yeah.
And
And then you put on the Barry White.
And then I make sure that the lid is down on the garbage can.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the toilet.
No.
That is a long routine just to fall asleep.
Then I lay down. Dude, I go to sleep in like 3 minutes.
Why do you have make sure the lid is down so the raccoons don't get in it?
It goes back from when I had a dog. So
Oh, it's just a
when
thing
Jackson was young and he was a puppy, he would just, and I had to get heavier lid because he would just take his nose and go thunk, and he got good where he'd lift that lid and stick his tongue out. He yelped once because the lid came down on his tongue.
Oh.
Yeah.
It happened.
Do you let Patu Law in the house?
No.
Okay.
No patula in the house.
All right, second question.
Oh Jesus.
No, third question.
I thought by making
third-
that
well, just a
super
question.
long that you would be discouraged
What?
from asking.
No, it's very interesting.
Yeah.
What piece of clothing or accessory can someone wear that immediately makes you have a bad opinion of them as a person?
Summertime scarf.
Oh.
That is about one.
Yeah. Skinny
Well,
jeans.
do I just one?
Yeah, just any article of clothing.
Ascot.
An
I
ascot.
don't know.
You don't like Fred from Scooby Doo?
At this point, if you're wearing an ascot,
That was
You're-
like the 70s.
you're a
though.
scoundrel.
Neil
man.
deGrasse Tyson wears one from time to time.
No.
I think that old guy that runs that bar in John Wick wears an ascot, and he definitely pulls it off.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
You seen John Wick?
Nope.
You need to.
I
You
bet.
definitely need to see.
I
John
bet. I
Wick.
bet it would be good. Okay, are we done here?
Yeah, we're done.
Okay, good.
We
All
just wanted to know.
So
more
did I?
about
No,
you.
so technically, since I had a routine, I mean, am I credited with a stump?
No.
That's up to her.
Those were just your those
They're
were
just
just questions
Those
he
are
was
just
curious about you.
Patrick's
Ah.
curiosity.
The first
Curiosity.
So I
question.
guess I was stumped.
Yeah,
Then.
you got
Yeah.
stumped.
Stumped.
All right.
All right. For Becca, let's see if I can word this
Oh,
right here.
goodness, I'm nervous.
This is about Lost.
I know.
Okay. I think I can word this right. The Fateful Journey, Oceanic Flight 815 from Sydney to Los Angeles, yeah,
Uh-huh.
flew on September 22nd, 2004. What is special about that date with that show?
10/22.
Mhm.
2004. How could you do this to me?
You said you know about everything about Lost.
Okay.
I'm a lost
Do you-
expert.
Do you have another question? Have you asked everybody their questions yet?
Everybody's been asked.
Really? You asked
Yeah.
Steve already?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Steve was first.
He was
What is
first.
special about September? What was it? September 20th?
22nd, 2004.
9092.
I think me and Patrick are pulling from the same source.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
no. Oh, no.
Oh,
Steve-O knows.
wouldn't
I
this
know.
be a coup if I knew the answer to this
Is it
question?
the date that the show aired?
That is correct.
Oh, bullshit.
Okay.
But you said it in the form of a question. You weren't really serious. You didn't.
Yeah, you didn't
I got the
know.
right answer, so it doesn't matter how it was phrased.
That's what my sensei says. He's like, was that a question or a statement?
Yeah, from here on out, we gotta ask for final answer.
Okay.
Okay, from here on out.
From
All right,
here
so
on out, that's half credit.
no way.
Put an asterisk by it.
Yeah, we'll remember that later. If there's a tie, we'll know who really won.
How many people did Patrick stump?
Me.
Steve-O,
Dave.
Nathan, not me.
Yeah, so it's tough. But
Okay. All right. So who's next? Steve-O, it's your time.
Oh yeah, we're ready. Okay. Well, see, I don't have to necessarily keep with the order in my notes. I can actually just look. Oh, there's Dave. Okay, I'll go down. I'll scroll down to Dave. Okay. Let's see.
what?
Now, I didn't move, bro.
I know, but yeah. Okay. So anyway, I wasn't really sure how to word this, but Dave. So what were dinosaurs like? Okay, but really, seriously.
They were funnier than you.
So, do army tanks require a key to start them?
Oh.
Okay, wait. That wasn't the real question. Okay, here. This is this is the real question. Okay. What island was an entire civilization evicted from in order to perform nuclear tests, and where were they moved to?
Entire island.
Well, I know that the first part of that would be the Bikini Islands.
Correct.
Oh my God.
I
I know where they went. I can't believe
I think, but I'm not certain. I think they were moved to Guam.
Negative. Where's my little marker?
So I got partial.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say move from Guam, but I don't know. I have no idea. That's great.
All that
Let's see.
footage that you see was all taken on Bikini Islands.
Okay.
They even built schools and put all these bodies out there and everything, so that when they lust,
So
and
you
there were
guys
cameras
just
everywhere.
decided World War II for Dave.
Pretty much. I mean, it was kind of. It was.
it's my fault.
Just wait.
So where did they get moved to? Do you know?
Okay, to Ujalang Atoll.
You're gonna say Utah.
It's Ujaelang. Now, okay, so they moved around several times.
Or the J is silent, or it's pronounced with a W. It's Ualang.
Ujalang.
Ualang Atoll.
And they actually were moved around multiple times and given choices of where they wanted to go. One of the islands that they lived on for a time, and actually I think whenever they would move, some people would stay there, some people would move on to the next island, but one of the islands, which I found interesting personally, was Kwajalein, the Kwajalein Atoll. That is where SpaceX was when they were launching Falcon 1. That was where they were launching from before they were able to launch from U.S. soil. It was just interesting.
Nice.
We're gonna give you half for that one. You got half stumped because you knew it was
You're damn straight, you are.
bikini. Wow.
I figured he would know the bikini part. That was kind of a gimme.
Was it? I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
I'd heard of that several times. Well, I've watched videos on it and stuff. It was
Wow,
it was
that place-
really, really sad. Like at first they tried to lure these people away, right? Then they tried to give them like packages, like, you know, here, offer you this other island. They're like, no, we've lived here. Like as far as they could remember, they had lived on this island. And all of a sudden, white man comes in and they're like, hey, we want to kind of blow this place up a little bit. See, you know what I'm saying here, copper? And
I think one of the biggest scandals of that was they made them leave their livestock.
yeah.
Oh.
So not only did they have to leave their homes, but they wanted them to leave their livestock so that they could see how it behaved.
And one of the more depressing aspects of this is a lot of them have become overweight and, you know, unhealthy because where they moved to, their diet and their way of life was completely changed, and I think they kind of adopted some of the Western culture and
Say they're just eating McDonald's like the rest of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very sad.
Okay, on to the next
Very
question.
sad.
We want to learn.
Nathan,
Yeah.
how many swings to the head with a baseball bat does it take to cave in the skull of an alligator?
Oh shit.
Oh,
No, but seriously.
oh man.
4.
There's a lot more than that.
Okay.
Okay, so give an example of a reptile that utilizes temperature-dependent sex determination.
Whoa.
Temperature dependent.
Wow.
I would say
I mean, you can see he's thinking.
pit viper. Just any kind of like say a rattlesnake, eastern diamondback rattlesnake.
Well, actually, I don't have a complete list of them.
Shit.
There's a couple that I saw that I recognize. I couldn't find a complete list. Like, here's all of them. So I guess that's kind of unfair.
Are there any pit vipers on that list?
No, I didn't find a list. It was like I was going through like Wikipedia article type stuff and like give me I got a couple examples. I can give you one, but
Pit vipers.
no, none of those were pit vipers. I guess I didn't think this all the way through. I was thinking. I guess in my imagination, Nathan would just be like, "Oh yeah," bleh, and then like say one, and I'd be like, "You're right."
Listen, I used to watch The Crocodile Hunter a lot. I'm not a fucking herpetologist.
But can you explain what that phrase was that I said? The tip. Well, I mean, it's pretty easy if you say it a couple times.
Snakes have heat sensing pits. Boa constrictors have them. Various pythons have them. Pit vipers have them, and they use them to detect heat. And I actually did in school a science experiment with this, where I had my boa constrictors and I taped over their eyes, and then I fed them rats. So I held out the rat, and they could very, very quickly detect and find and eat the rat, because they basically can see heat. It's like the predator. So I'm guessing what that is, and I honestly I didn't know about this, but I guess they can sense that males and females of their species have different body heat levels, and so they can look and they can see, well, the female has maybe slightly lower heat level, and they're like, yeah, I'm ready to go, kind of thing, something like that.
Well,
yeah, it's similar to humans when a woman's trying to have baby and their body temperature has to be certain when really trying hard.
Uh-huh.
How does your body know you're really trying hard?
They take their temperature. It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they're trying, when they're ovulate, things, and they'll take their temperature,
and then it's like,
and they'll go, okay, it's time to go, and then they have to have sex. When they're
right there on the table,
and then it's like doggy style, you'll get a boy, and then reverse cowgirl.
Yeah.
The moon has to be a certain phase.
Yeah. The feng shui of the room has to be just right.
Yeah.
Well, I hate to disagree with our professor on reptiles, but temperature. What's the damn term? Temperature-dependent sex determination is actually. I didn't know about this. This is very interesting. The temperature that the egg is incubated in will determine the gender of the baby.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally.
Right.
Yeah. I knew that.
And
I just, yeah.
The example that I saw the most was crocodile, and the way it works for them, and this was actually different from some of the other species. Most of them, it's like if it's really warm, then it'll be this. If it's in like temperate, like it didn't even mention cold. Like cold just doesn't work. But then it'd be the other thing. But with crocodiles, it's if it's really hot or cold, whatever the range of cold is, then it'll be a female. But if it's in between, it'll be a male.
Yeah, I totally thought we were talking about like sex behavior.
Yeah. Well,
maybe that's just my mindset. I don't know.
Guess I didn't mean for that phrase to confuse the issue. But
yeah, I know. I did know that after you said it. I remembered it. But yeah okay.
All right.
Congrats, you stumped him.
I've been stumped.
All right. So, Bekah.
Yeah.
Let's see. I really have 3 here because
I'll take 'em.
we all went to the same place to find this information.
You should have watched one episode and just asked me.
No, it's too easy. That is way too easy.
But I don't.
Yeah, that is way too easy.
All I've done though is watched
it's
it.
way too
Like,
hard.
I
It's easy.
well, I got his. Let's see what I can do.
All right, let's go with this one. Who was originally intended to play Jack? A name that we would all recognize.
I've seen that one.
Oh, he was old. He was old. Michael Keaton.
Wow!
Whoa!
Didn't even have to give the hint of Batman. I was expecting that to be like, it was a Batman. Okay. In what other show can Drive Shaft's hit song, You All Everybody, be heard playing in the background?
Oh,
fuck.
yeah.
It's got to be
Seen
an
that too.
ABC show. Oh, and it's got to be around 2004. Oh, gosh. I would have to say, for some reason, Grey's Anatomy. But I also think that that's not right.
Is that your final answer?
No, it's not because you shook your head. No.
I didn't shake my head. You didn't see that.
Can you give me a clue about that one?
Dawson's Creek.
I'll tell you, it was. This episode aired in 2001.
The 18.
Close.
2001.
And isn't that before? Yeah, that is that. Yeah. So this is really weird. I found it interesting.
I've seen it.
Okay,
No,
go ahead. Never mind.
No.
Never
That
mind.
It was already a song. It was. This show was also made by Abrams. What's his name? J.J. Abrams. Yeah. This show was also made by him, and he apparently used this song in the background.
I
How
have
does
no
the
idea.
song go?
You all, everybody.
You
Jelly.
all.
You all, everybody.
Those
Jelly.
classic-
I always want to say jelly after it because it sounds like the peanut butter jelly song. Like you all, everybody, jelly. You all, everybody, jelly.
And jelly. Okay, what is it?
It's
I'm fucking
Alias.
pissed.
Alias.
That's
Alias.
stupid as hell. I can't believe that song existed before it existed. But there is a lot of time travel in Lost, so.
Wait till we get to my question.
Wait, Steve-O's got one more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
got
have one
one
more.
more.
How many babies were used to portray the baby? Aaron.
The baby.
The name of the baby is Aaron.
Used to portray Aaron. Oh, does that count when he's a toddler? I don't.
Baby.
It's
Baby.
just babies.
It's just
It's
a bigger baby.
I don't
A
know.
toddler's just
I'm
a
just
bigger baby.
going off of what this was.
Okay, I'm gonna guess 3.
It was more than 50.
Yeah.
That's all it said. That's all it said was more than
they can
50
only be
babies.
on
At
there for a
least
certain
3
amount of
is what I
time.
said.
Yeah.
So I guess.
Wow.
Yeah.
But
All those
Do I get-
baby labor laws.
do I get
you
my credit
can't-
for Michael Keaton? Is that, do I,
I
That
became
was the question.
Credit.
1/3.
That was the question.
That was
She got-
that was the leading question.
Yeah, she got it right.
All right, Patty P.
call phones?
Yeah, my call phones.
So why is the iPhone still the reigning champ, best phone of all time?
Is this the real question?
No.
Okay.
Okay. What was
It's a joke
It's
to
just a
me.
matter of opinion, but
what was the first phone to come pre-installed with iTunes?
it'd be the iPhone.
Wrong. Is that
What?
your final answer?
I guess so.
I
Yeah,
guess
yeah.
it is your final answer.
No, it was the Motorola Rocker E1. And the second phone, to come pre-installed. Actually, I was expecting this to be the answer for the first because it was the phone I had, but it was the Motorola Sliver.
Had
I remember that
iTunes built in.
It
on
had
it?
iTunes built in on it. Yeah, it even had a micro SD slot on the side of it.
Huh.
Yeah, it was about yay big. I'll put it by my
Yeah.
head. Yeah, it was real small, and it looked like the keypad and everything looked like a razor on my Sliver. I don't know about the Rocker, but it
So
looked.
iTunes, you're talking
Oh,
about
but
iTunes.
this-
You can buy songs on the phone.
You couldn't buy songs through it. You could plug your phone into your computer with iTunes and load. It worked like an iPod.
Yeah, I got you. Now.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean, they used to have the dumbest names for phones.
Yeah.
Sliver,
Sliver, Razor.
Razor.
Yeah.
Razor makes sense. It was a
No,
slim phone.
I couldn't shave with that phone. It's not a razor.
It was a terrible phone too. It was really expensive when it came out, and they just shit out on everybody. Everybody I know that had a Razor just hated it.
Wasn't a good phone or razor.
The Sliver was. The one I had was, but it didn't have a hinge, you know. It was just a little card phone.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, there you go. Well, that's my questions. All right, who'd I stump?
Round 3, you stumped
Me.
1.5 people.
All right. Sounds good.
So far, Patrick's the leader in stumps.
Sweet.
And so far, I'm the only person who hasn't been.
You've not been stumped at all?
Nope.
Whatever.
Well, you will be. Don't worry.
Remember, there's asterisks on everything right now.
Mhm.
All right, Dave.
Is
Dave,
it
I
my
want to
turn?
hear your questions.
Okay, here we go. We
Yeah.
were about to ask. Okay, Nathan.
Yeah.
All right. Of the indigenous to the United States venomous snakes,
You're in my territory now. Yeah.
America?
Yeah.
name those snakes. And of those snakes, which are live bearers and which are egg layers?
Name all of them.
Name
Boy, this-
all of the venomous snakes.
Maybe there's only a couple.
Indigenous to the United States.
Oh, not brought here from other places.
Mhm.
They couldn't have come from anywhere else. Trouser snakes.
You said trouser snake.
So we got water moccasins. We got various rattlesnakes. We got coral snakes. We have copperheads.
You've named them.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
What's the second
Oh,
part?
that's it?
Which ones give live birth and which ones have eggs? On the back of Dave's question paper, I see his
It's
grocery
all-
list.
Crossed them all out,
I
didn't
see
he?
peppermint on there.
Oh,
What?
Or is that what that says at the bottom?
peppermint.
It's
Okay.
okay.
I'm gonna
With the
say.
oil.
I'm gonna say
Pepperoncinis.
I'm gonna say rattlesnakes lay eggs.
He's gonna say it.
I'm gonna say that.
Rattlesnakes lay
I
eggs.
know that I've seen rattlesnake eggs at the gas station before.
That's right.
Did you take them?
Is
Don't
that your
open that.
Take 'em
final
home and eat 'em?
answer?
Yeah, that's my final answer on
You were
rattlesnakes.
wrong.
Shit. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna say. Then I'm gonna say coral snakes lay eggs.
Yeah, but that's correct, but that's your final answer.
Wait,
Is that
what?
your final answer?
For coral snakes?
Rattlesnakes, coral snakes, what else?
Well, no, I'm going on individually, each one,
Oh, okay.
right? So yeah, they obviously each one is my final
He
answer.
only gets half.
All right, so rattlesnake,
What?
you were wrong.
have
Coral
credit.
snake,
Oh.
you were right.
Water moccasins, I'm gonna say live young
Don't try to put those
water
on.
moccasins, and I'm gonna say copperheads, also live young.
You only missed one,
Well,
which was the rattlesnake.
still have credit.
The
Sorry.
only-
No, 75% credit.
Right? Doesn't that round up to
Seven-
3/4?
Got all the names right. Even though he said water moccasin, it's cottonmouth, but I still counted
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Mm.
And
Depends on
coral
where you're from.
are the only egg layers.
Wow.
All right. Well, yeah,
That's really weird. I thought most snakes laid eggs.
Well,
There's
of
a
these,
few,
I tried to
yeah.
narrow it down so that it was somewhat specific, and I tried to trickily word the question, and it was successful. But I mean, I didn't know this, but vipers, which are what those are,
Mhm.
don't lay eggs.
Yeah, we had boa constrictors have live young, and they just sort of like they come out in like this sack of skin kind
Mhm.
of thing.
like a
Just-
kitten.
Yeah,
Like
there's a
multiple?
python that does
Yeah.
eggs. So
Like multiple come out at once, like in a ball.
Yeah. like 5 or 6.
Yeah, it's nasty looking.
Wow, that's cool.
All right.
all right.
Next question.
Okay. Now, if you don't get it, don't be mad because it's tricky stuff. It was data mining stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, a quick Google. The exact same Google that we did.
All right, so I know Patrick asked you. I don't want to confuse you. All right. What year and network did the pilot of Lost come out? The pilot.
Okay, you said Patrick asked me like literally the date that the show aired, and you said you didn't want to confuse me.
So
And
what year and original network did the pilot come out?
Okay, are you trying to trick me with the wording of this? Are you talking about the pilot of the plane, or are you talking about the pilot episode?
The pilot come out of the closet.
The pilot was born at NBC Studios. The pilot of the
Came
plane.
out on TBS on the Conan Show,
Interview with
2015.
Katie Couric. He came out.
On the Ellen Show.
Geraldo.
Yeah.
Boy, Bekah, you got my wings.
So you were the pilot on Lost.
He's like, what are you talking about? That show doesn't even exist.
Now you're flying for the
Yes.
LGBTQ plus community.
It must have been hard for you being in the closet on that show.
It's
hard
been
for
in the
you
cockpit
in
its
the
whole life.
cockpit, yes.
No, the pilot came out of the plane. I thought you were trying to trick me with your words.
I see.
But that
I
was
see.
episode 1 anyway, I think. Pretty sure. Either
You-
the end of episode 1 or the beginning of episode 2.
It's a long time.
Pretty sure it's
not
the end of
come out.
episode 1.
Yeah.
Anyhow, what year? Okay, so realistically speaking, it would be 2004 on ABC.
Realistically.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
Okay. You're rude as hell.
All right.
Ugh.
Okay. All right.
Patrick.
All right, Patrick.
Oh yeah.
When cell phone service originally entered this area,
Tennessee.
that's
Okay.
East Tennessee,
East Tennessee. Yeah.
there were two companies.
Mm-hmm.
Name those companies, and who
Mm-hmm.
was what's it called? Who was the certified bonded mobile installer for the East Tennessee area?
You got some really tricky questions.
I don't know. I mean, it's local, so even if this is before you got into biz.
You didn't learn about this in U.S. history?
Yeah.
Cell phone history at college?
All right. Old school cell phones here.
I would hint at it and say these were car phones
Car phones.
Damn. dude.
Oh,
that,
yeah.
that makes
when
it
the
worse.
network was being built. These were all car phones.
Just throw
Well,
some out there.
that throws that throws out what I was going to say then, because they didn't have car phones.
This is. Oh no, you still got one more chance to not get stumped. Everybody has one last chance. I've been stumped every time
Bell
so far.
South.
Bell South. Is
That's
he right
only
on
one.
that?
That's only one.
Okay, he's been stumped.
Well,
He
there's
might
two
get half
companies.
credit. Yeah.
Another one, he can get half credit for that.
Mm.
Naming the installer is more of a bonus question.
Bell South. No. I'm trying to go through the list that I know.
Let's give him some time to think. You
You want to move on?
Singular.
No.
Singular.
No.
Singular.
That was my first cell phone in East
Yeah.
Tennessee.
Okay. And the second part again.
The
installers.
the only certified bonded mobile installer for the East Tennessee area.
Cisco.
Billy Teefteller.
Cisco.
For
Did you
those,
look that up?
for those around the world, Teefteller is a common last name in East Tennessee.
F. Taylor.
Teefteller. Billy Teef Taylor. Billy Teef Taylor's cell phone electronics.
So do you give?
Said Cisco.
He said
Yeah.
Cisco 3 times.
Said Cisco? No.
Yeah.
What's the answer?
What's the answer?
GTE.
The two
No.
No.
God,
No, I just wanted to get my. I didn't want to. I wanted to get my guess in before you said the answer.
The two companies that were only building towers in the early 90s
Mm-hmm.
were United States Cellular
Mm-hmm.
and Cellular One.
Yeah, I didn't know they did
Oh.
car phones. I
US
knew they were
Cellular.
the first building is on Kingston Pike where they started.
Yeah.
I have
And
never put
that
together.
is where the only certified
Mm-hmm.
bonded mobile installer was trained. Was at that United States Cellular
Oh.
place.
And what was
And
his name?
is me.
Dave 70.
Nuh-uh.
Where?
What?
God.
No way.
Shut up.
Wow.
Oh my
OMG. Oh my God.
I was-
I
I
can't
was
even right
one
now.
of two drivers that
Nope.
only had. I
Nope.
was one of two drivers
Nope,
that only
we're done
had
with
car
this.
phones.
Nobody can believe it.
It was me and one other driver who had a bag phone.
It's not enough that you're getting questions asked to you to prove how much of an expert
That
you
you're
are.
a
You
part
have
of
to
it.
make your questions about you and how much of an expert you are.
It was perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, you were already.
I worked for this guy. I worked for a McMinn Alarm,
Mm-hmm.
and he wanted to get in the cellular business, and I was, I just worked for him, and he liked me, and he said, "Hey, I'm going to
Yeah.
do this thing." And why I said mobile was they did installs,
Mhm.
but they did them at that place. He gave me a bay, he gave me an account to buy the parts and
Yeah.
everything, and
I think
I would get
Nathan's
my little
snooping
blue,
you. Yeah.
my powder blue Lynx, and I would drive around, and he would just go to the doctor's offices and professionals, and that was his gimmick.
Ah.
I would drive there
Yeah.
and install there,
Ah,
and it was cool for a
Mhm.
little while, and then it was not cool anymore.
sweet. Awesome.
So it was a trick question.
Learned something about Dave.
All
We
right,
did.
Yeah.
all right. And during that tenure was my first time I was ever a published tooltip in Cellular Mobile Monthly or something.
Oh,
I don't remember what it was.
Wow.
It was
Oh.
using split loom
split you.
in on the edge of doors while in driver bays to keep from dinging against other vehicles.
Nice.
That's incredible, Dave.
Yeah, it's a true story. I still have that.
I mean,
All right.
you've already been around for all these great moments in history, like World War II and Civil War and the extinction of the dinosaurs, and then you had to make this about you.
That's right. All right, Steve-O, you ready?
Ready?
Okay, now as you notice, all mine are kind of multi-part answers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, here we
Okay, Steve-O, here you
go.
go.
Mm-hmm.
What are the total number of moons in our solar system?
Ooh. That's
Wait,
fun.
let him process that
That's real
before you
fun. I think
throw a
you could, I
second
think Steve-O
part.
can get this.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't give an exact number.
Fine.
Oh, you can think. You can figure it out.
Now,
go with your
I-
gut.
Now
not a-
here we go. Now, I'll give you a couple ways to come up with this number.
Okay.
All right.
Tell me how many moons every planet has.
Total number of moons in the system,
As is the question.
or you can give me the total number of moons that are only over what we call the full-size planets, or
Jesus Christ.
as a bonus question, you can name the the planets that aren't full size. So
The planets that aren't full size,
yeah,
You can name those.
in our solar
that
system.
aren't considered planets. You mean like Pluto?
Yeah, like Pluto.
Like Pluto, yeah.
You're
So-
Mercury doesn't have a moon, so it doesn't matter. Venus
So,
doesn't.
yeah, I was gonna say, I need the
Venus-
total number of moons in our solar system,
Let's hear you work out.
and I'll take either. And
I want to hear you work it out.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
go-
Mercury has no moons. Venus has no moons. We got one. Mars has two. Jupiter has like 64,
something like that.
and Saturn has like 30 something or 40 something.
What? This is new to me.
They have, or I don't know. And then let's see. Uranus has. I honestly don't know. I know it's got some. It's got Triton. I know one is one of the moons. So maybe there's. I mean, it's a big planet, so it's probably got 20. Neptune probably got about 15, 20. Pluto doesn't count, but it does have 2. So I'm gonna go with like 150.
Well, Dave?
How far off am I?
You're so far off, I can't give it to you.
And are we counting every little particle in the rings of Saturn as a moon? I mean, because that's trillions.
No, we're not doing that.
230.
That's too much.
Okay, I don't know.
I thought he was really, really
was
far
close,
off.
right?
Yeah.
All right. The total number of moons, including those of the dwarf planets.
As far as we know, because we actually because we have recently found more.
Right. 181.
Okay, all right.
Now, if you exclude those dwarf planets, it's 173.
You're saying those dwarf planets. Are you counting anything other than...
The names of the dwarf planets are Pluto, Eris,
Ceres,
Haumea,
Okay.
and what I can only assume is Maki.
Yes, it's... Well, I think...
Or Make.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it's Maki. I don't know.
That's
I think I've heard it both ways.
So there you go.
So
You did not get credit.
181.
It was a good. I think that was a pretty good guess.
Yeah, it was, and you worked.
I would have
through it.
said like 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Man, that moon's pretty
I
big.
was shocked. I went, what? As of 2008, oh God, there's got to be more than that by now. That's 10 years. I mean,
Yeah. How many does Jupiter have? Is it 64?
I didn't break it
okay.
down.
Okay.
But 64 sounds right, actually.
Yeah. It's a lot.
I did that today when I was Googling questions to ask Steve-O.
That's sweet. So how many did I stump?
You stumped 2.
Sweet.
Are
So,
you counting
Good
mine
job.
as a non-stump or is
yes,
it 3, 4?
yours was counted as a non-stump.
Game Master says so. I got one sort of right.
Final round.
Final round.
It's you, man.
Oh shit!
What's evil?
Wow, this is taking up a good portion of the episode.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No,
Okay.
it's good.
Me?
Yeah, I'm going to start with you.
Oh, you weren't ready.
I want you to, well, here, I'll just read this out. The campaign for the neologism blank started with a contest held in May 2003 by Dan Savage, a sex columnist and LGBT rights activist. Savage asked his readers to create a definition for the word blank in response to the then U.S. Senator blank views on homosexuality and comments about same-sex marriage. In his comments, Santorum had stated that, quote, in every society, the definition of marriage has not ever, to my knowledge, included homosexuality. That's not to pick on homosexuality. It's not, man on child, man on dog, or whatever the case may be. This is a person we're talking about here. Savage announced the winning entry, which defined blank as, quote, the frothy mixture of lube and fecal matter that is sometimes the byproduct of anal sex. So what is the word named after a U.S. senator?
Oh my gosh.
He's an expert on everything, folks. Just give him some time.
I mean, this is in Dave's wheelhouse, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know who Dan Savage is.
Yeah. So who is Dan Savage talking about, though?
Right.
Who did Dan Savage not like in 2003?
To name him that.
He didn't say him, did he? He said just a U.S. senator.
I'll give you. It's a him. I'll say it's a him.
Oh.
How about that? I'll help you out there.
Well, that sucks because I was going to go with Pelosi, but
Pelosi.
Why would it be Nancy Pelosi?
Is there a senator by the name Schmegma?
Man,
It's
there's,
got. Listen, Dave. It's got to be a Republican.
there's too much Pelosi all over this bed.
Pelosi. I mean, come on.
Oh,
Pelosi.
yeah.
You got Pelosi all over me.
Oh, God.
I mean, that matches. I mean, I chose name. I chose something that may kind of would go with it. So yeah, I mean, I want to know. I will eventually find out
You
what
can't
this is.
argue the answer.
But yeah, but that wasn't my because when you said it's a he, so that was not my final answer. So, oh God, who could this? What senator?
In case you've forgotten, a frothy mixture of lube and fecal matter that is sometimes a byproduct of anal sex.
Frothy.
You gotta get that image in your head.
So
to
it's
really
all
get through it.
foamy,
Yeah, it's all foamed up.
and feces.
Smells great.
And it's a Republican?
Oh, yeah, of course it's a Republican.
It's
Who
someone
else?
that's against gay marriage, and he named this thing
That's gay
after
marriage.
him.
That was the quote I read. In every society, the definition of marriage does not ever, to my knowledge, included homosexuality. That is not to pick on homosexuality. It's not, man on child, man on dog, whatever the case may be.
Come on, Dave.
Dave.
You gotta,
Yeah, we
you gotta
gotta
make
get
something
this
up.
moving.
I think he wants to.
You're
say
gonna know it
Pelosi.
when I say it. You're gonna know it.
I know. That's what I'm worried about.
I mean, I knew it. That's why I thought of the question.
Go with your gut.
Is it
Dave.
just called the senator's name, or is it the senator's name followed by something?
Last name. It's just his last name.
It's just you got you some of that, and
you
it's
got
just
that all over
it's
your
not
dick.
so and so's schmegma. It's yeah.
No, it's just his last name.
Pelosi's all over my dick.
Is it,
Pelosi's on my dick or blood on my knife.
I gotta say, I'm stumped.
Okay.
Mark it down.
Senator Rick Santorum.
You got some Santorum on you.
Santorum on your dick.
I had no clue.
That sounds good. That's got a
Did
good
it?
ring to it.
You
That's-
gave me that up.
I
You
didn't
did
say
You
say
gave
Santorum.
me
Yeah,
that
you
up.
did.
Really?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Fuck.
I thought I caught blank every time.
No.
That's so funny.
You gave me away. Damn it.
And you still got it wrong.
And I still
You all had
got
it.
it
None
wrong.
of
I
you
know, but none of
None
us.
of you caught that.
I didn't
said-
hear it. No, I heard you say blank. You
Becca
said
heard-
Senator blank.
I
I
never
was
said
not
it.
following the
I
question.
said Senator Blank. I was pretty good on that.
And then
Yeah.
Listeners, go back and listen.
Go back
see
and
if
let
I
us
said
know.
Santorum.
Let
I
us
don't
know
believe it.
all
on the
do that.
Google Voice.
Yeah,
I don't believe
Leave us a voicemail 865-316-6955.
you said Santorum said it's not like guy on guy or something.
Oh,
Senator Savage said.
So
Yeah, he said savage.
savage. Yeah.
we're gonna find. I'll see you Sunday, sir.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Well, I'll see you
Sunday.
Sunday.
Okay.
All right. Dave's been stumped.
Patrick.
Yeah.
The first telephone call was March 10th, 1876.
Oh.
Since we're talking about call phones.
Yeah, call phones.
The first words were spoken by Alexander Graham Bell,
Hmm.
the inventor of the telephone.
Yes.
He called his assistant, Thomas Watson.
Yeah.
What did he say?
Before I want a chance to answer this before you call yes or no to him.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I used to
Alright.
know this.
This is kind of unfair. His category was cell phones.
Well,
Yeah.
you did text call phones,
That's why I'm
so
going
But
last.
that's leaving stupid.
Becca, just wait till your question.
Yeah.
it was something really stupid too.
What up, bitch?
It was very short.
I know. Pretty sure I know.
Wait, what was the question? What did he say?
What did he
was
say
the
on the
first
first?
thing said on the
on the-
telephone?
What's up?
Houston, we have a problem.
It's not a bad guess.
Yeah.
Dave.
Is that your final
Yeah, that's my
His
final
answer.
answer. Yeah.
Ahoy, Watson.
No, I'm sorry, Dave.
Hi.
It's
It was something like really short and lame.
Mr. Watson, come here. I want to see you.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's,
But
Oh,
a little trivia
nice.
information.
that's it. The profound.
Instead of and Alexander Graham Bell wanted the original greeting
Hmm.
from over the phone to be ahoy.
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 I'll do it.
Oh, okay.
Hello.
What's
ahoy.
Instead of hello.
Ahoy.
Ahoy.
Well,
And it
let's
has
bring
to
it
do
back.
with-
Doing that,
Yeah, bring it
It
back.
has to do with, I think, his time he spent
Overseas.
On a boat.
on a boat
Overseas,
where they
yeah.
would call from the engine room. They would say ahoy.
Yeah.
All right, now everybody, listeners out there, hashtag verbal assault, hashtag ahoy.
We're bringing it back.
Hashtag ahoy.
We're bringing it back.
All right.
Ahoy.
Nathan stumped another. Patrick got stumped another time.
Or better yet, hashtag ahoy verbal assault. That's
Yes.
that's it. That's the hashtag.
Mhm.
Space Coast Steve.
Yes.
This is an audio question.
Okay.
Name the astronaut being interviewed.
Okay.
Okay.
I think I
I'll
can
be-
do it.
Great interview.
I know a lot of their voices.
Please. Wait.
I read about this incident you had in 1951, and you said you saw literally hundreds of unidentifiable flying objects.
Yes, they were flying quite high. How high we couldn't tell because we couldn't get anywhere near their altitude. But they were either very large craft way up or smaller crafts still well above what we could get to.
For a day and a half, all of this happened. But then no one wanted to talk about it.
Well, we sent a report forward on it, and the answer that finally came back months later was they were probably high-flying seed pods, which didn't sound very...
I have to go with Jack Swigert.
Gordon Cooper.
God damn it.
Sea pods.
I've parked in his section at Kennedy Space Center.
Gordon Cooper section.
Yeah. Gordo. Gordo Cooper, yeah.
Gordo.
Yeah, that's what they called him. Damn it. Yeah.
I want to believe. All right.
Okay, this is
How many? He's racking them up.
I
Yes.
know.
everyone, but I haven't been stumped yet.
Final Question.
I haven't been stumped yet. I can't, please don't.
You going down.
You look so worried.
So, final question on Lost. From the 2004 thriller action movie Lost, Bank Vice President Jeremy Stanton is lost in more ways than one. On his way to a rendezvous with his family in Nevada, he finds that the back roads do not match his maps. However, Jeremy has also lost direction from a moral standpoint, having just committed robbery back in California. Name the actor that plays Jeremy Stanton.
There was a movie called Lost in 2004.
I said Lost the TV
Questions
show.
about Lost.
Was Lost a movie?
Apparently
There was
so.
a Lost movie. Yeah.
And it came out the same year.
Did you say 2004? He's a depressed banker. Is that what it was?
Yeah, he committed a robbery
Committed
in
a-
California. He's on. He's
Lost was a movie too.
Yeah, there was. It was.
Not
It
the
wasn't
same
of the
premise.
same.
family.
Yeah, they just had the same name.
Lost his direction from a moral standpoint because he just committed
He's just
a
always
robbery in
lost.
California. Danny Trejo's in the movie.
Oh,
You know, he's in like 100 movies, but
oh, I think I know what this is.
Ray Liotta, isn't it?
I like that guess.
I-
That's a good guess.
Oh.
Who
What's
played-
that fucker's name that played like the third
James?
Batman?
Sammy Jabberbanks.
No. Val-
Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer.
I'm gonna throw out. I get
Wait.
5 guesses.
You get 5 guesses, and you
Because
just decided
changed the
you get.
game.
There was questions on Lost. I gave you a question on Lost.
Do we have anybody watching this live right now? I need an instant fact check. I need to know if I said Lost the TV show. Because I cannot stand for this. If
How
it's
dare
not-
you encourage our listeners to stop
7.
listening right now and go try to fact check? Unbelievable.
If it's not Val Kilmer, it might
It's
be.
not Val Kilmer.
It could be Michael Keaton. He
It's
did
not
turn
Michael
down
Keaton.
the role of Jack in Lost.
It's not
maybe-
Val Kilmer. It's not Michael Keaton.
Do you know why Michael Keaton turned down the role, by the way?
Because
He thought it was
whatever.
stupid.
No, the reason was because originally they were going to kill Jack. The monster was going to kill him, right?
First season.
Then they decided not to, and then he didn't want to commit to a full series.
I want to give you a hint.
Nicolas Cage.
You are in the ballpark of men who have played superheroes. It is someone who has played a very notable superhero. Some say the greatest superhero of all time.
Some say the greatest.
Y'all
Superman.
all right there, Marlboro man?
Yeah, oh yeah, we're doing great over here. Yeah.
Okay. Christopher Reeves. I get 3 more guesses. 2 more.
Here's another. Nope.
Nope.
You're gonna narrow down like
Getting closer.
like what
Greatest
universe it's
Getting
in.
closer.
Of all time. Is it Superman?
You getting close?
So
Closer.
could it be Dean Cain?
Dean Cain.
Yes, you are right.
Oh.
On guess number 4.
Asterisk, asterisk, asterisk.
Yes, and the little cross too. The little cross thing.
That's the question I have. It is real Lost. It's a movie called Lost.
Keep in mind, Becca has 2 asterisks.
So many asterisks.
You got those little crosses down there by there. Yeah, those little crosses.
She's so mad.
She's so mad. The game master. The game master is beast.
Beat her at her own game.
That's what you
Okay.
get. That's
a
what you
load of-
get, call phones.
That's a load of Santorum.
So much Santorum.
I was gonna try to find another quick one here. Yeah. No.
Don't appease her.
Okay.
I got a lost question, but I don't know the
She's
answer. I'd have to
fine.
fact check it.
You're gonna ask me to name the Dharma stations.
No. No. What was the code that had to be entered in?
4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42.
Wow. I was actually thinking about asking her that question, but I thought I bet
wouldn't
she
even-
knows it.
fact check. I mean, it was just like,
Those are the numbers, man.
She has.
I
That,
believe you.
She has that tattooed on her inner thigh.
Not yet.
What? Not
It's coming next week on the podcast. It's gonna be live on the podcast.
Live tattoo.
That's crazy.
All right. So how much did I win by?
Okay, so
Steve-O win.
we're gonna
Did
no.
No, not at all.
I think what we should do is the amount of times you got stumped cancels out the amount of times you stumped somebody. So whoever
Wait,
has okay. So
What is this new rule that might just?
Somebody who has the most.
I stumped 2 people, but I got stumped once. So my number's 1 because it cancels out.
Ah.
Patrick got 3 people, but got stumped 3 times, so he's at a fucking 0. Nathan stumped 4 people and got stumped twice.
Ooh. Suddenly this method of scoring works.
Dave,
Twice? I didn't. Did I? Have 2
I think you
points?
got stumped 3 times.
Yeah, I didn't think I had. Yeah, I didn't get that many right.
All right, we're gonna put
Yeah,
you
was
out.
saying,
one.
yeah.
There was one I
I'm a
think
bit
was
more honest than
rounded.
that.
It was like a half or something. Yeah.
All I had was 3/4.
All right, so Dave got stumped twice and stumped people 3 times, so he's at a 1. We're all at 1. Oh my God. Okay, well, Steve, you're negative because you stumped.
I didn't get I didn't get any right.
4 times, so you're negative.
At least
2.
I'm not last place.
Yeah, so
What are we supposed to do about this?
final
Tiebreaker?
question. Somebody Google. Just Google a question. A tie between me, Nathan, and Dave.
Okay.
Google a question, and we all, no matter what the question is,
Just
the 3 of
blurt it
us
out.
Okay.
Yell it
have
out.
to answer it, no matter what the question is.
Okay. True or false? And one of you has to pick one. Frogs can't swallow with their eyes open.
True. True.
False.
Nathan wins.
Yeah.
I said true.
Yeah, I said it first.
I took a risk. I didn't know.
Oh.
Some reason-
I want to show you guys what this is based
Yes,
on.
question
I want to show you what it's based on. This is my extent of research. What's this? This picture of a frog sitting on a leaf with the words next to it saying "Frogs can't swallow with their eyes open."
Cool. Now ask a lost
Meme
question
facts.
and see which one of them gets it first.
Yeah, pull up a rant. I feel bad. I can't.
I googled random trivia.
Oh,
Pull up
I
some-
got a few
Okay,
here.
give us one more that's not in our categories.
Okay,
Dave's
it's
being
lost.
Yeah.
mine
it's
being
not-
reptiles, hers being lost, and Dave's being gay sex.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
Tiebreaker.
How can a girl go 25 days without sleep?
Huh? Is this?
How can a girl go 25 days without sleep?
She can't.
by staying awake.
You're not in the tiebreaker.
Meth.
Oh.
Meth. Methamphetamine.
So Nathan's answer is meth.
Yeah.
I said you can't. She can't.
You're saying she can't.
What? 25 hours?
25 days
Oh,
without.
days. Oh.
I know.
I have a feeling Dave's going to get this.
Yes.
Is this a riddle? This is not trivia.
It is a trivia. It's a trivia question.
She missed her period.
Missed her period. Okay.
Just started menopause.
Sleep on their period.
Fine. Do you want to take a guess?
I'm guessing something to do with menopause. Like just started menopause.
Okay. The answer is she sleeps at night.
Oh, trick question. Trick question.
Question. You know, there's an awful lot of empty bottles in here for me asking questions like that.
All right. What is the active ingredient in smelling
It is
salts?
real. What?
What is the active ingredient in smelling salts?
Fucking chloroform.
Chloroform? The thing that knocks you out.
Oh, wait. It didn't give me the answer. Wait, what the fuck?
I know it.
No. Oh no, it went away. It went away.
I know it.
Okay, here we go.
No, it's ammonium.
Seawater.
It's just ammonia.
Chlorine.
It's ammonia.
I don't know. I don't know how this fucking thing works.
What are you doing?
Ask a question.
Well, I googled random trivia and it brought up random trivia generator, and then it has these questions, and then I click on it, and it took me.
Active ingredient in smelling salts.
I can't tell you what the answer is.
Patrick, another question. Another question. We moved on.
I said ammonia.
It's ammonium carbonate.
Nope, sorry, that's wrong.
I should get partial credit for that. I should get half credit. I said ammonia and ammonium.
Why are we so bad at this?
Patrick, go. Question, go. Make it about Lost.
One more question.
Okay. I think I got
The silk screen paintings, Campbell soup cans, and Maryland diptych were created in 1962 by which American artist?
Andy Warhol. I said Andy Warhol.
I say.
But I thought the tiebreaker was between Bekah and Nathan.
No, it's between the three of us.
Oh.
I just said Andy Warhol.
said
Tell me
Norman
that I'm
Rockwell.
right.
Sam Rockwell.
Norman Rockwell.
The Campbell soup can.
It's not Andy Warhol, is it?
Wait, what was the question?
Andy Warhol used it in his art. Like he took the logos and put it into his art. But was he the artist that made Campbell's soup cans?
Do you know the answer?
Oh,
what's the answer?
I'm wrong.
It's Andy Warhol.
Is it seriously?
Yes, it is.
What does that mean then?
Dave wins.
Dave is the expert in everything, just
You're the
like he
expert.
said, like he's been trying to tell us forever.
Bam, I knew it, Andy Warhol. You were trying to affect with me too.
Did nobody
wait, it does say, I mean, you got it right. It says the silk screen paintings, Campbell soup cans, and Maryland diptych were created in 19. So it was a painting.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's not saying that he created the Campbell soup can logo or anything.
Oh no, I thought you were trying to trick me into thinking.
I was just reading the question. I took it as who created it, but you still got it right, and I read it word for word. So.
Yeah, that's one of his famous paintings too. The Campbell soup can.
Norman Rockwell was involved.
No. Norman Rockwell did
Sam Rockwell.
American homespun art.
Yeah.
And he is my favorite artist.
Children on sleds.
MC
Santa
Escher.
and Coke and stuff.
Yeah.
Coca-Cola.
Right.
Norman Rockwell is huge. He does many, many paintings and prints.
He's huge.
Huge.
All right, Bekah.
This is a very short poem.
You've been just so engaged with all these games being played.
I have.
This is a good game. I wouldn't be opposed to doing like a shorter version of this periodically. You
Yeah.
know? I mean, we can devote whole shows to it too, but this is obviously, it takes all show. Like the whole
Well,
show.
now we know for a fact that we have to be like 1,000% specific about our categories before we do
Then
it.
it wouldn't be as fun.
I still
That's
got
true.
Dean Kane. Guess 4.
I'm just glad nobody asked me like about the history of like a keyboard on or the space bar on a keyboard or something. You know what I mean? Like, oh, that's about space.
Believe me, I sat a long time thinking about the word space and
Yeah.
how I
Could twist it, yeah.
So I half twisted it with a UFO question.
Well, no, but I really thought that I would recognize the voice because I've seen so many documentaries with the astronauts that I recognize a lot of their voices, but I have failed them. I am sorry, Gordo.
Your space pen is a Seinfeld reference.
Yeah, the space pen. Rides upside down.
Yeah, I know.
That's
He
why,
says it
yeah.
all the time, but I didn't. I thought that was just you being excited about it.
It is a space pen, but yes, that's like the first time I ever heard about a space pen was on Seinfeld.
Evo, do you have a pen that writes under whipped cream?
We could try it out.
Try it. Okay, we'll try it.
Oh, poem.
Poem.
It's very short.
Everybody's been waiting. It's been 3 weeks.
That's the name of it?
People are upset.
It's
No,
very short.
The name is Mercury Moon. A vacant road, flattened out by having nothing to do every day but refine the course. Ask every question to show the way. People trust anything that's old.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Bekah. Thank you, everyone. Thank you to Haywood Banks for our theme song.
Thank you, thank you.
Leave us a review on iTunes. That'd be ballin'
And ask me real questions about Lost if you want.
on the reviews.
Feel free to give us a call, leave us a voicemail, questions, comments, suggestions for the show. 865-316-6955.
Oh, yeah, that's right. 865-316-6955.
That was our expert. Dave Simmons.
All right. All right.
Juices. Oh, my God.